Kale has swiftly earned its place as a superfood, praised for its nutrient density and versatility in kitchens around the world. But to get the most out of this powerful leafy green, it helps to know a few tried and true secrets to growing it at home. Whether you're a novice gardener with a single pot on your balcony or an experienced grower tending a sprawling backyard garden, mastering a few key techniques can make all the difference. Let's explore the essential tips for growing robust, flavorful, and healthy kale. To start, choosing the right variety for your climate is crucial. Kale comes in several varieties, from the tender, frilly leaves of lacinato or Tuscan kale to the crisp, curly leaves of winterbore and red Russian kale. Researching which types thrive in your region's temperatures and weather patterns is the first step toward a successful harvest. Look for seeds or seedlings at your local garden center that are well suited for your hardiness zone, and consider talking with local gardeners for recommendations on varieties that perform best in your area. Once you've selected a variety, timing is everything. While kale is known for its cold hardiness, it's important to plan your plantings so the plants mature in cooler weather. For a spring harvest, start seeds indoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the last expected frost. Then transplant the seedlings outdoors once the soil can be worked. Fall crops should be direct seeded or transplanted outdoors about 6 to 8 weeks before the first forecasted frost. Kale's flavor can actually sweeten after exposure to a light frost, making autumn one of the best seasons for its harvest. Proper soil preparation gives kale a strong foundation. The key is rich, well-drained soil with a slightly acidic to neutral pH, ideally between 6.0 and 7.0. Before planting, work in plenty of compost or well-aged manure, which increases fertility and improves soil texture. Kale prefers consistently moist soil, but not waterlogged conditions, so adding organic mulch like chopped straw or leaf mold can help retain moisture and regulate temperature. Sunlight is another factor to consider. While kale can tolerate partial shade, especially in hotter climates, it thrives in full sun for at least 6 hours daily. In areas with scorching summers, some afternoon shade can protect plants from wilting or developing a bitter taste. When it comes to planting, spacing is vital for healthy growth. Sow seeds or transplant seedlings about 12 to 18 inches apart to allow enough room for each plant to develop its characteristic rosette of leaves. Crowded plants are more susceptible to pests, diseases, and poor air circulation, all of which can hinder growth. Water management is also critical. Kale grows best with even moisture, so try to water deeply and regularly, aiming for at least an inch of water per week. Drip irrigation or soaker hoses work well for keeping leaves dry while ensuring that roots receive plenty of water. Wet foliage can increase the risk of fungal disease, so always water the soil directly if possible. Fertilizing kale gives it a nutritional boost. About halfway through the growing season, you can side dress plants with additional compost or a balanced organic fertilizer that's high in nitrogen. Nitrogen-rich amendments help produce lush, vibrant leaves, the part of the plant you'll be harvesting most frequently. Take care not to over-fertilize, as this can lead to rapid, weak growth and attract pests. Kale is famously hardy, but it isn't immune to challenges. Keep an eye out for common pests like aphids, cabbage loopers, and flea beetles. Inspect the leaves regularly and remove any pests by hand or treat with natural solutions like neem oil or insecticidal soap, taking care not to spray during the heat of the day. Row covers can offer protection from birds and insects, especially when plants are young. Diseases such as downy mildew or black rot can occasionally affect kale. The most effective prevention is good sanitation and crop rotation. Avoid planting kale or other brassicas in the same spot year after year. Rotating crops disrupts pest and disease cycles. Also, clean up any fallen plant debris to limit places where disease can overwinter. Harvesting kale is straightforward and incredibly rewarding. Begin by picking the outer, lowest leaves when they reach about the size of your hand, making sure to leave at least 4 or 5 central leaves so the plant continues growing. Regular harvesting encourages the plant to produce new leaves and extends the harvest window. Baby leaves are tender and perfect for salads, while mature leaves work well in sautés, soups, and smoothies. Store your harvested kale properly to maintain quality. Freshly picked leaves should be gently rinsed and stored in a loosely sealed bag in the refrigerator, where they'll keep for up to a week. If you end up with more kale than you can use, blanching and freezing the leaves ensures you have homegrown greens all year long. Finally, don't forget that kale is a generous and forgiving crop. With a bit of attention and care, it can yield for months, even well into winter in mild climates. You'll enjoy not just the nutritional benefits of having fresh greens at your fingertips, but also the satisfaction that comes from nurturing a plant from seed to plate. So whether you're seeking that first taste of homegrown kale, or you're determined to boost your garden yields, these essential tips will help you every step of the way. With variety selection, optimal timing, attentive soil preparation, and vigilant care, your kale plants will reward you with an abundant, nutritious harvest. Embrace the joy of gardening and let your kale patch become a testament to patience, perseverance, and a love of healthy, homegrown food. Happy gardening, and here's to many seasons of delicious, thriving kale.